Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, we'll discuss how we can use Dataverse Accelerator to configure no-code plugins. So first of all, you have to go to Dataverse Accelerator Marketplace, and in the Marketplace, you have to install the Dataverse Accelerator application. You have to use the same credential if you want to install in your same environment. As I am using my email, and click on sign in once you provide the email ID. Now it will try to install your Microsoft Dataverse Accelerator add-in or plugin, or you can say it is an app into your resources list in your environment. Now once it is installed, it will navigate to your admin.powerplatform.com Dynamics 365 Apps Resource Center, and here you have to choose a environment where you want to install. So let me choose my environment here. My environment name is future dev. So I can select this environment, and once the environment is selected, you have to click on install. After you agree all the terms, you have to click on install, and this installation takes some time to completely install the package or the Dataverse Accelerator app. And once it is installed, we can develop the no code plugins. So let us wait for some time. You see the status is installing. Now after some time the status is installed, right? You can see here. Now we are ready to create instant plugins or automated plugins using Dataverse Accelerator with no code or using some Power FX. So let us go to the Maker portal, and here you have to click on the apps, and once you click on the app, you can see Dataverse Accelerator app. Open the Dataverse Accelerator app, and this is a model driven app created by the community team. And here you see the overview option is there, and you have two types of plugin here. You can develop instant plugins or you can develop automated plugin. Of course, this is an experimental feature. This will be globally available down the line. But let us create an instant plugin and click on new plugin. Instant plugin can be initiated on demand, but automated plugin can be registered against some message or event and using some event pipeline also. This automated plugin supports event pipeline stages. So let us create a instant plugin where we can predefine our logics, and that can be called or invoked from on demand call, okay, by a Power Automate on demand call, instant call, or a Canvas app instant call, right? So let us give a basic details about a instant plugin. So I want to give the name as calculate sum. Okay. So calculate sum will be our name of our instant plugin, which will calculate the sum of two values. Okay. So let me give a name calculate sum, and in the description you need to provide a description. You can give any description of your choice in the uh, description box. Okay, so this screen is bit hanged, just a moment. Okay, so let me refresh the screen. Yeah, now once the basic details is done, go to next, and in the definition you have to define parameters. Normally plugins are parameterized plugins, right? You can provide input parameters. Here I am providing two input parameters of type integer, and I am defining an output parameter also, which is of integer type. So you can define as many number of as input parameters and output parameters, and here in the expression you have to write the Power FX. My intention is to combine integer a and integer b and give the value to c. C is the output and a, b is the input parameter. Click on next. Now finalize using the save button. So I have successfully created an instant plugin which will take two parameters. One is integer, another is integer, and uh, add both the number and give the value to third variable. Now I can test this. How I can test this? I can test this using this instant plugin interface also by providing static values. Let's say a is 30 and b is 40, and if you run it, the response will be received. You see, the response is received as a JSON, and the final variable is c equal to 70. So if you copy to clipboard and check the output in a notepad, you can understand, and you can see the result at the last option. You saw last property C equal to 70, right? So this is how we can test the instant plugin using this interface. But how you can use this in a real world applications, let's say in Canvas applications or in Power Automate. Let us see how you can integrate this using our Power Automate or Canvas apps. You can also see the integration option here. If you click on integrate tab, you can see the details how we can integrate with Canvas apps or how we can call it Power Automate. In Canvas apps, Power Apps, you have to use environment connector to call a instant plugin, and in Power Automate also you can use onbound action uh, to call a Power Automate to call a instant plugin. So let us create a Canvas app and give a name here. I am to give a name here. Let's say test instant plugin, which is no code plugin, right? Just no code and less code plugin, right? We write Power FX for that plugin, right? Now this name is test and the name is calculate sum. So in the Canvas app, I will go to the insert panel and I will add some text inputs. I want to have two text inputs to provide two integer values, and there will be one label to display the result. Let me remove the default text to blank and give a hint text as uh, enter number 1, and I can change the digit ID or text box ID as txta and give a hint text first digit. Okay, like that you can design the second input box. Remove the default text blank and hint text as enter digit 2 or second digit, and the ID of the control is txtb, right? Now here I can take a button, and as soon as I click the button, I want to call the instant plugin that has been registered and set a variable and assign the variable to this last text box or last label. So here I can provide some button here. Let me take a button here and change the button level. In this button label, I can check, let's say, calculate sum, right? So on click of this, I want to call the instant plugin. What was my instant plugin name? Calculate sum. So you cannot call in directly. You have to use a data connector called as environment, which is available from Microsoft Dataverse connector. So environment entity stores all information about the instant plugins. So I can use now environment dot calculate sum, and calculate sum will be when you search calculate sum, uh, it will be available directly in the, if you use dot operator, you can use this. Okay, and the calculate sum or the instant plugin will be appended with a prefix. So if you search the prefix, you will get to use that. So let's say calculate, and this is the calculate sum is the instant plugin. So here is the prefix CRT9B. Now here I want to pass first digit equal to txt A and second txtb. So you have to keep you have to pass this input parameters using curly braces. Okay, so go here and use curly braces. First a colon txta dot text, and second is b colon txtb dot text. And you have to pass it within curly braces, otherwise it will show error. Let me check here. I want to assign to a variable. So let's say the result is the global variable, and I want to assign whatever it is returning from this instant plugin as a output parameter, right? So keep it inside curly braces so that it will help us to rectify these errors. So whenever you are passing any parameters, you have to use curly braces, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so use curly braces and close. So now the result global variable will store the output parameter from the instant plugin. So now I can test this. So let me run it and test this by passing the value. Let me pass some digit. First digit is, let's say, 56 and second digit 4, and you see the result. Now the result is not showing here because we have not assigned the output parameter or the global variable to this label. So use result dot the parameter name result dot c. C is our parameter name. So you can go to result dot then c. This is the output parameter. Now it will work fine. So if you run it, you see it is automatically calculating 56 plus 4 equal to 60. Now let me change 50 plus 50 equal to 100, right? Now this is a simple implementation of instant plugin from Canvas app. Let us see how we can call the instant plugin from Power Automate, right? On demand. So to call from Power Automate, let's navigate to the mac.powerautomate.com and create a new instant cloud flow. In the instant cloud flow, you can use a manual button trigger connector or trigger, and let me use instant cloud flow and give a name here as a calculate sum. You can use complex power effects also in your instant plugin. This is just a simple plugin I am showing, and in the manual trigger flow I want to add two numbers. One is the first number and the second number, and this parameter will be passed to the instant plugin. Now let's say parameter A, parameter B, both are number, and here I want to add an action using connector Microsoft Dataverse and choose perform an unbound action. This perform an unbound action will help you to call a custom action, or sorry, you call a instant plugin in Power Automate. You see here, now whenever you search this instant plugin, you can pass the input parameters and it will return the result. Now normally in background the instant plugin creates a custom action, okay, unbound custom action or global custom action that you can call using Power Automate. Okay, so you can provide the response, see, and test this. Now once you test, it will run the Power Automate, which will ask you to provide integer a and integer b value. Let me pass 6 and 7. Click on run. Once the Power Automate will run successfully, the compose step will display the final result, which is 13, right? So this is how you can call using Power Automate. Thanks everyone.